I'm Aramis Sabulis, principal at INTUS Windows. Today we're planting a few hundred trees, and overall in 2019 our tree count will be in tens of thousands. As an organization, we're promoting energy efficiency, and for a number of years we've been supplying commercial windows to buildings and ultimately offsetting some of the carbon footprint that goes into operating the building, that goes into actually building the building. The way we were able to quantify how much of the carbon footprint we offset is we were looking at the metric tons of CO2s reduced, or carbon footprint reduced, based on our windows going into commercial buildings. That metric didn't really mean a thing for a number of participants or stakeholders within the project. And we said, we need to take a more literal approach for planting one tree for every single window we sell. And suddenly, every single stakeholder started to understand and appreciate what we do, and actually that made significantly better connection that they have with building and the nature around the building. So twice a year, INTUS employees, it's in spring and in fall, actually will go and get their hands dirty and will plant the trees predominantly around our headquarters office. However, twice a year, not-for-profits that we partner up with will take a tally of how many projects we sold, how many windows we have actually sold, and they will plant a number of trees accordingly. So most of the trees and the bulk of the trees really are being planted for local non-for-profits in the Northeast Corridor area that we do business.
I'm Perry Crow, and I'm the marketing executive at INTUS. So the beauty of planting a tree for every window is we're actually offsetting carbon. Recycling and green practices we practice normally as a business are great, but we wanted to do something a little bit more proactive, and the trees literally reduce carbon, and structures of any kind, even if they're extremely energy efficient like INTUS's projects, they are still having a negative impact on the environment, so we try to offset that. So the reaction has been really, really positive. People are very excited that we're out there planting trees, and some of these trees we actually plant ourselves. So we get the experience and we can show them what it's like, and now we're having a lot of people want to come to the events because they see how fun they are. INTUS likes to invite all of our partners to these events, our general contractors, window installers, architects, developers, all of them are invited. We really like to get people involved so they understand what it's like out here to plant trees, and so they experience the importance of offsetting that carbon from the structures, and they can be involved in both sides, building and planting trees. When we started One Window, One Tree, I interviewed many different nonprofits and charities to find somebody that could give us real-time metrics to tell us where they're planting, why they're planting, how they're planting, who's doing the planting. And we ended up working with One Tree Planted. They have an amazing website, they have accountability, they have videos where you can see people going out and planting, and they work with local groups all over the world actually. So we work in the US, and for example, our first round of trees partners with the Connecticut River Conservancy, and they're planting trees along the Connecticut River to help that area. And the trees there, you're actually invited to go and plant those trees. So even though some of these, there are hundreds and thousands of trees, and we can't plant all of them, we try to go out and plant on those local events. So far we've planted trees in the DC area near our headquarters, in Fairfax, Virginia, and Falls Church, Virginia, and the city of Alexandria. And this spring we have also started planting with the Connecticut River Conservancy, and they're planting along the Connecticut River in Delaware as well as Connecticut. So in the future we'll be planting trees near all of our market locations in Chicago, New York City, Boston, Philadelphia, and still in DC. And in the future, as we grow, we'll be planting near every single office that we have.
Building material companies are notoriously known for harming the nature, harming the environment around us. What I would encourage most of them to look at is the carbon footprint that they leave, whether manufacturing the products but also look at the buildings and understand how to improve the energy efficiency, not for the dollar's sake, not for the material cost sake, but also looking at the environment and offsetting some of the carbon footprint. We chose the route to plant the trees. You can choose that. You can choose other things to do, but keep in mind that this is the environment we all live in. We live in this generation, we will live a number of generations from now, whether we're here or not. So try to leave a better planet after yourself.